Yo, what up? Welcome back to another one. Today we're going to be talking about a full PC and PC part flip guide. So let's get into it. So one of the first things you're going to look for is GPUs. GPUs are some of the most important and most expensive things in a PC system. So let's say you want to go for a system with a i7 6700K and 16 gigs of DDR4. You're probably going to want to pair that with like a 1660 Super or something basic. Like a 3070 is too much. Typically, it's faster to go with a 1660 or 1660 Super just because they're so abundant and they're so easy and well known. So you can get rid of them as fast and as quick as possible. Some tips when you are looking for PC parts like GPUs is to look at the pictures. If the pictures are bad and the items are dusty, that typically has room for a discount. So let's say someone has a 1660 for $100. All right, that's a pretty reasonable price, more or less. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look through the pictures. 1660 is one of the most popular GPUs, 1060 and 1660. Very popular, so you can find a ton of them on Marketplace if you're in the United States. What you're going to do is you're going to want to look at the pictures. Look to see if they're dusty, if there's bad pictures, bad lighting, literally anything, and you can try to negotiate down. 2, with CPUs and motherboards, you can typically bundle them together to get a pretty good deal. So let's say you find the i7 6700, that's about $60, give or take. Let's say the motherboard is $50, so that's $110. So you can go around asking if someone has the bundle, just be like, hey, I got $100, could you do that? I'll meet you whenever. 3, look for broken PCs. Sometimes they can be crazy hidden gems of deals. So I found a Ryzen 5 3600 with a 1660 Super and 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM for $60 because they couldn't know what was wrong with it. Turns out it was just the power supply, quick $30 fix, and that was it. I had myself a few $100 computer, and it worked out well. Here's how I search for them. I take the GPU, and I look usually on the back or right near the PCIe lane. So let's say you want to look for a mid-range GPU and something that's in your price range. You can go and search up GPU. That's all you need to do, GPU, and then sort out by price. So you can look for in the hundreds range, you can look in 50s range, you can look at 300 range. Whatever you want, you can just search GPU and everything will pop up. Next, for parts, you can also look for broken PC, you can look for Office PC, you can look in work in progress. Office PCs are typically only good for the CPUs. The PCB in green is not people's favorites, so I try to stay away from those. Using filters is one of the key ways I search by going through prices and date listed. It is key to keep in mind when the post was listed, because if something was listed 5 months ago, you can usually give them a pretty low offer and they'll be willing to take it because they haven't gotten many offers. Otherwise, if it's a new listing, they most likely won't take your $30 for a $75 graphics card. Once I get everything, I typically take off the shroud of the GPU and I start cleaning the inside of it, removing all the dust. Customers love when everything has like new thermals. Adding new thermal pads on your GPU on the VRAM slots is a great way to make sure you efficiently do that. Repasting the CPU, resetting your RAM, and resetting the GPU are all amazing things to do right when you get a new build. Next thing you want to do is bench test. Bench testing or benchmarking is key whenever you're building systems, just to know everything is functioning at its highest possible outputs. Personally, I like to use memtest and cinebench. Next part, use my key tips and tricks from my last video, like taking good photos, completely understand what you are selling, and to make sure everything is presented nicely, you can change and edit those photos. Make sure you list everything right, double check your specs, list your benchmarks, and either say custom built or refurbished. Some key tools you can use are Copilot or ChatGPT. Personally, I use Copilot to sort out simple errors in troubleshooting. Here's some things to stay away from unless it's free. Burnt out motherboards, non-working CPUs, non-working GPUs unless you know how to fix them, Office PCs with older CPUs and no NVMEs. Anything with liquid damage. Next video, we're going to go over some of my local deals to show you how to spot them. Make sure to comment what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.